Coming up next, we have the story horror. A stranger knocked. I was awoken from my sleep in a panic. Someone was at the front door. The knocking was very urgent. Who could it be at this hour? I looked at the clock. It was 3 a.m. My heart was pounding in my chest. In my apartment, there is no one but me. For the last 2 months, I've been living alone. I moved into the city to get over a breakup with my ex-boyfriend, Tom. Since he didn't come with me, I decided to start over, and I did just that. I found a great job, an amazing apartment, even made some new friends. My life seemed to be falling into place again. So who was at my door in the middle of the night? Taking a deep breath, I got out of bed, walked over to the peephole, and looked outside. There stood a man I didn't know. He was tall and slim, dressed all in black. His face was pale, and his eyes were red. They seemed to glow in the darkness. But the weirdest thing about him was his lips. They were dark and thin, like he hadn't shaved them for days. "Who are you, and what do you want?" I asked through the intercom. "You don't know me, but I know you. You dreamed about me tonight," he said. I must have misheard him because I responded, "What did you say?" "Say again." "Sorry, I can't hear you." "Please leave." He knocked again, this time louder. I heard the wood of my door crack. Was he trying to break in? "No," he said. "I just wanted to see if you were alone." "Why would you want to see if I'm alone?" I asked. "You'll understand soon enough. Now open the door." "Who are you? Why should I let you in?" I yelled. "You're the one who called me here." "Called you? What are you talking about?" I asked. "Don't play games with me." "Open the door." I started to get scared. What if he broke the door down? What if he hurt me? Then I remembered my pepper spray. Quickly, I grabbed it from under my pillow and went back to the door. Still, I couldn't see anyone through the peephole. Maybe he had left. I opened the door a crack and yelled, "Who's there?" There was no answer. I looked left and right, but I saw no one. I closed the door again and locked it. Then I leaned against it with my eyes closed, trying to calm down. When I finally opened my eyes again, I noticed something strange on the floor. There was a black suitcase lying in front of the door. It wasn't there before. Who put it there? Did the man leave it behind? I walked over to it and slowly lifted the lid. Inside, I found a crow's skull and a note. Picked up the note and read, "Here's a present for you. I hope you like it." At that moment, I wished I had never opened that door. My hands were shaking. I felt sick to my stomach. The dream man was standing right behind me. He had entered without me noticing. When did he get in? How long has he been there? He put his hand on my shoulder. I screamed and tried to push him away, but he was too strong. "Shut up, I hate surprises," he said, pressing his fingers harder into my shoulder. I cried out in pain. "You came into my house in the middle of the night, you give me a creepy doll, and you hurt me. What do you want from me?" I asked. "Is this how you treat your guests?" I said. "Guest? I don't have guests. You're not welcome here." "Leave now," I yelled. But he didn't move. Instead, he took his hand off my shoulder and pulled something out of his pocket. "What is that?" I asked. Almost fainted when I saw it. The man held a key in his hand, the same key I used to open the door of my apartment. "How is that possible? You followed me home? But why? I've never seen you before in my life. Why are you doing this to me?" "Because you're special," he said. "You don't know how special." "What does that mean?" I asked. He took another step closer to me. His face was inches from mine. I could feel his hot breath on my skin. "You'll find out soon enough," he whispered. Then everything went black. I passed out. I don't know for how long. When I came to, I was lying on the floor. The man was gone. So was the suitcase and the doll. I sat up. My head was pounding. Why did he do that to me? What did he want? The only way I could think of to find out was to look through his things. I walked over to the suitcase, lifted the lid, and started searching. Inside, I found a wallet. I opened it. It was empty except for a business card. On it was written John Doe, private investigator. Next, I searched through the pockets of the clothes. I found a phone and a notepad. The pages were filled with names and numbers. At the bottom of the list, I found my name and my phone number. Finally, I checked his jacket pockets. I found a flashlight, a small knife, and a box. I opened the box. Inside were 2 pills. I picked them up. They looked like LSD, so he was a crazy drug dealer. Suddenly, I heard a voice behind me. "Are you looking for these?" I turned around and saw the man standing right in front of me holding 2 pills in his hand. "How long has he been standing there?" "I don't want to hurt you, but I have to," he said. "I don't want to hurt you either," I replied. "But you already did. You came into my house and gave me those drugs." "It's not like that," he said. "These pills will make you feel so much better. They'll take away all your pain. Your problems are over." He stepped closer. I could see that his face was disfigured. The man continued to walk towards me. I backed away until I tripped over something and fell. I scraped my knee on the floor. "Are you all right?" he asked. "Yes," I said. And with that, I ran over to the door and slammed it shut. Behind me, I heard him yell, "Wait, wait, wait." When I had locked the door and was finally safe, I burst out crying. The more I thought about what had happened, the more I realized that I was in danger. I called the police, but they didn't believe me. I told them about the man, about the bruise on my shoulder, about the drugs. They said that probably it had all been a bad dream. I begged them to search the building, but they refused. It was a waste of time, they said. And besides, we don't have enough officers. And that's how it all ended. No one believed me. I was left alone in my apartment with the feeling that someone was watching me. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the glowing red eyes of the man staring at me. That's why I haven't slept for 3 days. I don't dare go to bed. Who knows what nightmares I'll have tonight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the horror story, don't forget to subscribe.